killing of children, women who want to learn. Why? For what? What does it prove? It may be a custom of religion to have children and women not learn anything, but it's not right. It's not reality. It's not even a reality. It's not a Western thing. It's a world thing. Children and women want to learn. They want to school. They want to learn how to be their own people, their own life, their own freedoms, their own rights, their own abilities. This is a sadness of life. This happens. The execution of children, women who want to learn and go to school. It's a failure of human life. It has nothing to do with religion. It's the sadness of human life. And this has to happen. You kill children and women who want to learn. For what? What do you gain by it? It's custom to have people learn, people educated, people learn, people schooled. Makes the country a whole lot better place. Makes the world a whole lot better place. Freedoms are going to come for these people. It's going to come sooner than you think. Because people are growing. They're learning. They're sharing. They're caring. They're putting together piece by piece every day that freedoms and rights and education is for all people, for all nations, for all humanity. You can fight it as long as you want to. You're not going to stop it. The growth of freedom, the growth of education, the growth of learning has already been planted in the core of their life because they're born with it. They're born with a mind to learn, to live, survive, talk, be educated. Killing them, executing them, torturing them, butchering them is not going to stop them. The lines have already been drawn. Schools are open. The schools will be open because the kids want to learn. That's why they come here. That's why they live here. This is what people want is education. Children, all children, boys and women, men and women, boys and girls, need to learn. They need that facet of human life, that education to the real world, to the world outside the world of no hell, world of suffering, world of agony, world of torture, world of death. They were made to be beaten and dragged up the street, dragged by their hair, kicked or punched or burned or shot, limbs shot off or raped. They were made for this. This is a sadness and a sickness and a pathetic way to treat the best of the best, this world which is women and children. It's the sadness of human life that seeks only to bring truth, to bring reality, to bring education to children who don't have them. Yet they're shot, they're raped, wanting to learn. Because they want to learn. They don't want to be tortured. They don't want to be killed. They don't want to be slaughtered. They don't want to be blinded. They don't want scars over their face. They want to walk proud. They want to walk strong. They want to walk free. That's already started. You see it all throughout the Middle East. In schools of children are learning. Teachers without borders getting through. Children are learning and growing. This change is good. It's not bad. It's good. It allows for the growth of nations, both business and citywide, villages, where women are intelligent and not used as some kind of mockery for human life or human life. It's a sadness of human life that these women in the Middle East are treated like dirt, are treated like less than life, the children. It really is sad. It's disgusting. It's degrading. It's demeaning. It's despicable. It's a sadness of human life. But the seed of education is planted. From our years in Iraq to our years in Afghanistan to the fight in Syria, women are learning, growing, thriving. And it's going to get worse yet. So be prepared, terrorists, because education is coming to the world. Education is coming to the world. Schools shall be built on foreign soil. Children should learn and have recess playgrounds, not cigarette butts put out of them, or kicked, chopped, raped, butchered, hugged, or kidnapped. This is the truth of human life. This is the fact of human life. That you're killing the best part of human life, women and children. And it's not even feasible. It's not even possible to stop the growth of all nations, because it's going to come. Children are going to grow. They're going to learn. They're going to understand that there's more to life than war, killing, butchering, raping, and carnage in human life. Children are sharing in this country. They're sharing in this nation. Organizations are opening every day to get these children from Israel together, children from Palestine together, children from Syria together, children from all nations together, so that they learn to share and care, learn from each other, learn each other's cultures, and understanding. And that's the best part of human life. That's the future of human life. You terrorists are the past of human life. You're a time long gone by. You're a death without life. You're a stench on the human breath of life. That's the human truth. That's the human fact. That's the human truth. That's the human life. It's all junk. You're going to learn. All men, children, and women are going to learn because they need education. They want education. They don't want to be ignorant. They don't want to know. They want to be proud. They want to stand. They want to show off their beauty. They want to know that men think they're beautiful. Children want to know that their fathers love them and will be willing to do anything for them. And it shall come. It shall come. Take my word for it. The day is coming. You can see it throughout the wars that the people want to learn. People want to understand. People want to know. People want to understand that education is the most powerful tool on this earth. No bomb can stop it. No missile can stop it. You can delay it, but you're not going to stop it because it's going to come. It's going to come. Teachers aren't going to teach. Children are going to learn. They're learning in countries all over the world. They're sharing in countries all over the world because it's a need for human life. Education is something that all people should share with all women and children. It's a fact of human life. And Teachers Without Borders is a great organization. It's life. It's learning. It's playgrounds, baseball, football, soccer, whatever it is. Whatever the sport is that they enjoy playing with toys, not AK-47s. Life for the living. Life for the living. If you guys ever really read the Quran, it seeks not violence, but peace. But yet you use it to twist women and children into nothingness, into meaninglessness. Well, that's going to stop. It's going to end. It's going to end in the next generation or two. Because you can't stop the growth of the human mind, the human spirit, and the human will to live, survive, learn. People want education. People need education. It's the power of life. It's the giving of life. It's the living of life. Learning how to do it, even if it's with your hands. If you're a mechanic, a carpenter, a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever it is, a politician, you learn, you understand the values and the mandates, the rights of human life. Children are sharing this all over the world. It's going to cover the Middle East. It's going to cover the Middle East. You can't stop it. You might be terrorizing them now, but I guarantee you, the seed of truth, righteousness, schooling, and education has already been planted in their minds. It's already been planted. It will grow. It will thrive. And it will live. It will live. It will live. The next generation will be smart. They'll be educated and realize that war is not the answer. And learning to understand, learning to disagree, or say both sides, killing, death, wasting money on tanks and bombs and guns and planes, executing people, shooting people, chopping people's heads off because someone wants to music. It's time to learn and let people learn. It's time to live and let people live. Whether you're in Gaza, whether you're in Syria, whether you're in Palestine, whether you're in Afghanistan, whether you're in Syria, whether you're in Nigeria, people want to learn. People want education. People need education. They need doctors. Got the Ebola virus in Liberia. It wasn't for these people. It would be covering more of the world than it does. Just Liberia. Education is a power. It's a power beyond life. To understand life, to understand the meaning of life, the truth of life, the giving of life, the caring of life, the sharing of life. This is the truth of life. And it says it even in the Quran or the Bible or whatever you want. And it's better to give, teach, help, than to kill, slaughter, butcher. That's the human truth of life. That's the human fact of human life. It's the reality of human life. It's the basis. It's the very basis of life. Isn't it better to see a child smile than to see a child dead? Isn't it better to see a child alive than to see a child killed by a bomb? People have to learn to agree and disagree, to like and dislike, and understand each other. Understand each other's needs. But the children and the women are the ones that are suffering. They're the ones that are suffering. They're the ones that are suffering in these conflicts. They're the ones that are suffering. But they will not forget the knowledge they are learning. They will not forget the freedoms they are learning. They will not forget the power of free will and choice. Can't take it away from them. Not ISIS, not Al-Qaeda, not the Taliban. Nobody. The seed is planted. The seed of education is planted. The growing will come. Generations ahead, there will be a different Middle East. There will be an educated Middle East. Children will play and grow, share. Even if it's Palestine or Gaza, the West Bank, the tide of change will turn. The tide of change will turn. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is the purest power there is on earth because it allows you to understand and learn and care and share and help and live and everything. And it stops the need for warfare. It stops the need for killing, for butchering, for slaughtering, for kidnapping women. We're in the Congo jamming tools out. People are tired. Women and children are tired of being the victims of human life. They're tired of it. They're sick of it. Frankly, so am I. It's a disgrace that people who worship the Quran do not understand their own Quran. They do not understand it. They don't understand the Bible. They don't understand the book. It's meant to give life. It's meant to help life. It's meant to educate life. Not kill it, butcher it, maim it. That's the human truth. That's the religious truth. But it's used as a weapon. It's used as a weapon against those who can't help themselves. Why is it always those that can't help themselves? Kill people that are unarmed. Kill children that are armed. Harm children that are unarmed. No. No, the time for growing is coming. The time for growing is coming. The time for growth. The tide of change is starting. When we left Iraq, the tide of change already started. People want their freedom. People want their rights. People want to live. People want to exist. People want to be educated. People want to understand. Knowledge is the most important power on this earth. It is the biggest power on this earth because it can do wonders for nations and do wonders for business, do wonders for the economy. But people have to learn. People are going to learn. And it's going to happen. You can stop some, but you can't stop all of it. Because it's like a ebb and flow. It's like a tide, and it's like an ebb and flow. More are going to learn. And more are going to be freed. More are going to understand that their life is theirs. It doesn't belong to religion. It doesn't belong to God. God gave it to you to live. He gave it to you to enjoy life. He gave your children to enjoy life. Not to control them and manipulate them, annihilate them, or kill them. And that's the simple truth of human life. Whether you read the Quran, you read the Baptist or Mormon or whatever it is, people have to understand these are books were meant for life, not death, not suffering, not carnage, not waste, not burning and bombing and killing each other, but sharing and learning and visiting and helping each other. When people learn this, they begin to understand that life has value in every nation, that people value life in every nation, that people are people no matter where they're at. We're all human beings. We're all a human race. We're all part of this earth. And we all have to live on it. 41 wars. 41 wars. Education is growing. Education is growing because it's the seed of life. Not just in the Bible, not just in the Quran, not just in the Baptist, not just in Jewish, but in books, in math, in history, geography, in algebra, and other things. You learn how to do, how to make things happen, how to make a better life, how to build a building, how to build water plants, how to save your children, not kill them, not butcher them, not violate them. That's the truth of life. That's the fact of human life. That's the reality of human life. I've done many videos the last few weeks on the Middle East. And it's a sadness that I see in children's eyes. The bodies, the dead, the blinded, the crippled, kids, children, women, kidnapped, Nigeria, Syria, Iraq. No, you can't live like that. There are those that want to live 1,400 years ago. But you can't live 1,400 years ago. You have to live now. You have to adopt it now. You have to adapt it now. You have to adapt to the future of all nations, to the future of all countries, to the future of all of the world. One day, people will send life to another planet, and it will be colonized, and people will live. It won't be in my generation, but it will be in the next 50 years. And the freedom of life grows. Freedom of life grows. It's a fact of human life. The freedom of life grows. It grows for all people, for all nations, for all humanity. You can't stop it because it's going to grow. It's going to expand. The world will be more than it is now. As doctors have come 100 years ahead with computers, there is much that all the world needs to learn. All the world needs to learn. Whether it's Africa, or the Congo, or the Middle East. There is a power in language. There is a power in life that controls life. It's called educational power. It's called reading, writing, arithmetic, history, geography, algebra. And there are 1,000 other sciences. Learning and caring is the most important part. Human rights and human freedoms will take the place of guns and bullets. And it will happen. It will happen. It will happen. There are those in the world that want to live, never change. But you have to grow. You have to grow. You have to grow with all people, with all nations. As Palestine and Israel are essentially going to have to become two nations, Syria will have to be set free. The Middle East will have to be set free. And the world will have to be set free. People will have to understand each other, not by guns and not by bullets, by simple knowledge, by simple acceptance, by sharing cultures, likes, dislikes. This will come. It won't be in my generation, unfortunately. It's sad that it won't be in my generation, because I've worked so hard to get it that way. But I hope and know and understand that the seed of life is life. You don't kill it, man. You don't butcher it. You don't rape rape it, you don't violate it, you don't kill it. You care for it, you value it, make it meaningful living. Human life is the greatest gift on earth. It's time to make it that way for all people. It's time to make it that way for all people, for all nations, for all humanity, for the people in America, for the people in Iran, for the people in Iraq, for all people. It's time to make it that way. It's growing. Education is growing. Power is growing. People are learning to accept each other all over the world. See biracial marriages. See racial marriages. See children of all colors and all creeds developing, growing. Can't stop it. It's the development of a new life. A life where people achieve more than we could ever achieve. Not on hate, bigotry, racism. They're going to go where we've never gone before. They're sharing. Blacks are marrying whites, whites are marrying blacks. Even people from the Middle East are marrying people here. Because you can't stop it. You can't stop the growth in humanity, the world. Whether it's one nation or four. I guarantee that the world will be one race, and it is one race. It is the human race. We may be Midwestern, we may be Americans, we may be Chinese, we may be Iraqi, but we're all human beings. And that mixture of human life, racially passed on, is coming in every nation. It's coming in every nation. And it will, along with education. It will set the world into a better place, into a better time, into a more peaceful time, into a more fulfilling time. Maybe the world has to go broke to understand this. And people are people wherever you go. You can't stop it. Maybe that's what you need. Is for the world to go completely broke, so people learn to depend on each other, countries learn to depend on each other. Maybe that's what it's going to take. Is the whole world to go broke. Maybe that's what it's going to take. But you can't stop the growth and education of human life. Because the seed was planted when we went to Iraq. The seed is planted in Afghanistan. The seed is planted in Syria. The seed is planted in Palestine. People are tired, the Yiddish, the Christians. People are tired of the wars and the death and the carnage. They want to try to live in life and intelligence. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. No gun, no bomb, no plane, no missile. You can't stop it. People will evolve to be a mixture of the human race, from every nation, or every creed, to every color. You see it happening all over the world. All over the world you see it happening. Jewish marrying Christians, Christians marrying Catholics, whites marrying blacks, Chinese marrying whites, Iraqis marrying Americans. You see that change of life coming. You see that power of life that cannot be stopped. What goes is going to come for all nations. That power of education is the greatest power on this earth. That power of human unity is the power of education. It's the power of human rights, human freedoms, human dignities, and the right to be, the right to exist, and the right to live your life to the fullest before you pass over. That's the truth. That's the fact. That's the human reality. That's the human life. This is the life that's going to come. People don't see it, but I see it. They see the brave people in Syria. They see the brave. They shall be free. They shall be free. Maybe not my generation. I hope so, but maybe not. But the day will come. Because the more you take them out of school, the more they want to go. Accept their education. Accept their equality. Accept their greatness. Accept their doctors. Let them be doctors, lawyers, and such. Because it's the only way a nation can survive. It's the only way nations can survive. Is to equalize each other and share with each other. Maybe the world has to go completely broke before everybody realizes that. The debts are in many nations. The debt in this nation. The debt in every nation. But the human will to survive. The human will to live. It's been tested in Iraq, Syria, butchers, terrorists, Al-Qaeda, ISIS. Can't go back. ISIS is an anomaly. Be here today and gone tomorrow. Because people want to live. People want to be educated. People want to love who they want to love. People want to care. People want to walk down the street with their heads tall and not with a hand over their head or a scarf or whatever. But I guarantee you, it will come. Can't stop it. That's why they're trying to kill it off. They're trying to kill it off. But you can't kill it. Because children have a will to learn. Women have a will to learn. They're learning that they don't have to be tortured. They don't have to be raped. They don't have to be poked with tools, jabbed with things that hurt. The rights of all people will come to be. The rights of all people will come to be. Unfortunately, I may not be around to see it. But I tell you, it will come to be. Whether it's Gaza, whether it's Palestine, whether it's Israel. The more education people get, the more power people will have. The more peace people will believe in. The more human rights people will believe in. The more human care people will believe in. That's the fact of human life. That's the reality of human life. That's the truth of human life. This is a 7 billion human being to start to lose. Can't kill all the children. Can't kill all the women. Because that will is there. That will to survive is there. That will is beyond the torture and butchery. They will overcome. They will overcome. Understand. This is not a ploy. This is a fact. They see it growing every day. You see it growing every day. Children want to laugh. They want to go to playgrounds. They don't want to be killing each other. And it's not our right to let religions use it as a weapon instead of a tool to educate and heal, teach all children the value of life. And it will come. I guarantee you, the day will come. The day will come. This is something. Thank you for watching.